Hey everybody, Yankee here. Welcome to another episode of Inside Guns. If you are not aware yet, which I can't imagine most of you aren't aware, Hunter Biden has been indicted on 3 counts. And I'm sure this is the part where everybody's like, woohoo, finally this asshole's going to go to jail. Well, he might go to jail, but unfortunately, I can't really get too excited about that because if I did, I'd be a bit of a hypocrite. Now, I'm not saying you're a hypocrite if you're excited about it, but I personally would be. And why would I be a hypocrite? Well, because he's indicted on gun charges. You know, he's indicted for lying on the 4473 while he was using narcotics, while he was using illegal substances and addicted to illegal substances. Basically, it's 3 charges for the exact same thing, but still, that's what they've got him for. Now, don't get me wrong. I think Hunter Biden is the scum of the earth and should be put in a prison as quickly as possible, if not under the prison, because he is a scumbag. I mean, there's no other way to put it. Deadbeat dad, does illegal activities with foreign countries. He's just a scummy person. But I can't really sit here and applaud him being indicted for lying on a 4473. And here's why. Here's why I would be a hypocrite if I did, but you might not be. So maybe you could cheer for me. Now, I was kind of hoping that when they announced this indictment that there was going to be other charges like, the FBI went and investigated and he lied to him and he went to extreme measures to cover up that he lied or something. So, you could get him on the conspiracy, not on the actual act. But seems like the charges are solely related to 4473, and I would be a hypocrite to support charging him on that because I don't believe in the 4473. I don't believe in background checks. I think background checks are nothing but a way to infringe on the rights of everyday law-abiding citizens. They don't stop criminals from getting guns. They don't stop crimes. There's no evidence they have any effect on crime. So I don't support them. I see them as an infringement on the rights of legal law-abiding citizens when it comes to exercising their Second Amendment rights. And since I don't support background checks, I can't support someone like Hunter Biden getting arrested for lying on a 4473. You got to remember, marijuana is considered an illegal substance on the 4473. I live in a state where it's perfectly legal. And smoking marijuana or vaping marijuana or taking as an edible is no more illegal than having a beer. But the federal government still wants to exclude you from your Second Amendment rights simply so that they can cut another section of people off from the ability to maintain their freedom. So I don't support the 4473 in itself, and I definitely don't support that part where it asks if you use any of the substances that the federal government has determined as taboo. I don't support that. So I can't jump up and down about Hunter Biden being indicted on these charges. Now, hopefully these are just placeholder charges, that eventually he'll get hit with the treason and the acting as a foreign agent and all of these things charges, or just being a deadbeat dad. He's done so many things that are actually bad that I hate that this is what they're getting him on. Because, like I said, I can't jump up and down and cheer. So, like I said, I was looking for any reason why I could hopefully try to support this without being hypocritical, but I can't. You, however, like I said, you might support background checks. You might think they make a difference. You'd be wrong. But you might think they make a difference. You can disagree with me. You have every right to be wrong. But if you support background checks, then you can jump up and down and cheer for me saying, yay, this bitch is going to jail. Or whatever you want to say. You might not say this bitch is going to jail. You might say scumbag, whatever. But I myself, I can't support this because, like I said, I don't support the 4473. I don't support background checks. I am a no infringement Second Amendment person, and these are infringements. Now, I'm not going to support every person who violates the law. I'm not going to jump up and down and say, oh, great, they violated it. That comes with a set of standards there that makes a difference. Like if you're just someone who violates the law, doesn't make a big deal about it, you just think it's unjust, you don't follow it, I'm fine with that. If you're someone who violates the law for personal profit and tries to hide it and lies about it, well, that's a different story. If you're a person that violates the law and you get caught and you don't try to hide it, you try to use that as standing to change the law, well, then I'm your biggest supporter. But I don't support every time someone breaks the law because, like I said, motive means a lot there too. And in this case, all he did was lie on a 4473. And he bought a Colt Cobra, which, pretty good taste in guns. But like I said, I just can't get behind this and cheer that he's going to jail. I think that the prosecutors even decided to go with these charges because they know it's something that Democrats can't complain about because they're anti-gun, pro-disenfranchisement, pro-infringement. So if they stood up now and said that, we don't believe in these charges, they'd have to admit that there's a reason why these things shouldn't be true, why they don't need the 4473, and why lying on it isn't a big deal. So they can't fight back. So I think right now the Republicans are using the Democrats' own anti-gun stance against them, kind of tying their hands when they support Hunter Biden. But in my case, I have to say here, I don't support these charges. Because like I said, I don't believe in the 4473. I don't believe in background checks, no matter who it is. That's when you run into some problems with some people, some hypocrites in the gun community that support the Second Amendment, unless it's people they don't like maybe trans people, like when Ben Shapiro didn't like the idea that trans people were getting guns. Fuck Ben Shapiro. Second Amendment's for everybody. When a lot of people in our own gun community here on YouTube didn't like the fact that certain people were protesting and even made up lies and all this other stuff to try to demonize them instead of supporting their First Amendment right to gather and protest, even if it involves civil disobedience. If you support it for us, you have to support it for them or you're a hypocrite. In this case, I can't be a hypocrite and do the same thing. I can't say what's good for us is not good for them. I don't support this type of infringement on Second Amendment rights. I don't support background checks. I don't support the 4473. And I don't care who it is that's violating that. I don't support it, and I don't support people being prosecuted on these victimless crimes. Remember, as many people as Hunter Biden's victimized in his life, he didn't victimize anybody with that gun he bought. That lie on that 4473 didn't cause anyone to be harmed. He bought that gun, didn't hurt anybody with it, even though he uses illicit substances. And this guy's not just, a casual marijuana user or anything. This guy's a full-blown crackhead. He's one of those rich boy crackheads. I'm so rich, but life's so hard, I got to use drugs. One of those pathetic people. The guy's just pathetic from beginning to end. I know he's been through some tribulations in his life, but he's still pathetic from beginning to end. Who hasn't? So, like I said, I just can't support it because nothing happened from this crime. He would basically be, like with most people who are charged with gun crimes, no victim, period. The only thing you're guilty of is violating the government's edict of who can and who can't exercise their rights. So, hopefully a lot of you out there can enjoy this, because a lot of people have been waiting for it for a long time. But like I said, I can't enjoy it because if I did, I'd be a big old hypocrite.